This presentation will guide you through the process of submitting the Notice of Completion form for the Transition Nursing Program. We offer this transition to licensed practical nurses and paramedics. Nursing requires each student to view this presentation at least once, but serious students will appreciate its importance to them and use it as a reference whenever necessary. Each advisor strives to give students the best advice possible. However, with so many facts to remember, omissions may occur. It's in the student's best interest to review these presentations as often as needed to feel confident in the advice being offered. If you feel the advice you've received is different from the facts in these presentations, please ask. The accompanying handouts are the most up-to-date information available and are designed to be a reference for you. It's your responsibility to ensure you understand the information in the presentations and the handouts. The Notice of Completion is used by transition nursing students only. Regular practical nursing students and regular associate degree nursing students use a competitive entry and don't submit the Notice of Completion. In this presentation, we'll be discussing helpful handouts, what a Notice of Completion is, items required for it, how to take the ATI test, how a Notice of Completion is used in transition nursing, how to submit this paperwork, how you'll know if your name is on this list, and when you will begin the clinical program. In addition to viewing this presentation, be sure to download these helpful handouts that provide more detailed information and that you can use as a reference. What is a Notice of Completion? It's a form you submit to nursing to indicate your interest in and completed requirements for beginning transition nursing. Refer to the handout called Notice of Completion, linked here. At this time, our transition nursing program does not use a competitive entry system. So far, each semester, we have enough seats to satisfy the demand. Once a student completes the requirements on this form and submits it to nursing, Office Vault 401, he or she will be placed on the complete list and be eligible for the next available class. More details about this process will be discussed in the following slides. Please note the courses required for the Notice of Completion if you are an LPN. Occasionally, a student will ask if being enrolled in the class is sufficient for counting it on the Notice of Completion. You must have a grade of at least C in the required classes to count it. If you have transfer classes, please allow student records enough time to evaluate your transcript for equivalent courses. Each transition nursing student is required to participate in this presentation before the form can be submitted to nursing. You'll be asked to evaluate this presentation in a bit. This evaluation verifies your participation. A South Carolina practical nursing license, current and in good standing, must be noted as license number. A student may contact the South Carolina Licensing Board for information about receiving a South Carolina license if the current license is from another state. The GPA must be a full 2.5. 2.49 will not satisfy the requirement. Beginning fall 2014, if a student took a practical nursing class more than once, they will be required to show evidence of working for a year before submitting the Notice of Completion and entering transition nursing. I'll repeat that. Beginning fall 2014, if a student took a practical nursing class more than once, they will be required to show evidence of working for a year before submitting the Notice of Completion and entering transition nursing. Please note the requirements for the Notice of Completion if you're coming into transition nursing as an associate degree paramedic. You'll follow the guidelines described on the previous slide with these revisions. Your associate degree in applied science must be in emergency medical technology and appear in our student records system. A copy of your National Registry card must also be submitted with your NOC. Your GPA must be a cumulative GPA of at least 2.5. Your Associate of Applied Science degree GPA must also be at least a 2.5. The entrance test for transition nursing is the ATI test of ADN fundamentals. Details for completing this test appear on the next slide. They're also in the handout called ATI test information. As part of the admissions process, a student will submit a high school transcript. These details can be downloaded by printing the handout called ATI Test Information. If a student doesn't pass the ATI on the first attempt, it's strongly advised they review their weak areas, summarized at the atitesting.com website under My Results. The student should take time to study before repeating the test. If a student is unsuccessful on both attempts, they would gain entry using the competitive clinical entry process and begin at the Associate Degree Nursing NUR 139-104 beginning or fundamentals level. A student submits a notice of completion to the nursing department to indicate interest and preparedness for transition nursing. This form places your name on the complete list for transition nursing. A student whose name is on the complete list is eligible to accept a seat in transition nursing for the first available class. The earlier you submit your NOC, the earlier you can be considered for a seat in transition nursing. Each requirement must be satisfied before the form is acceptable. The NOC can be scanned and sent by email to the nursing office. The last slide in the presentation gives you that address. Once the notice of completion has been verified, you will receive an email in your Tri-County email account noting your complete date. It's extremely important to complete all requirements before submission to secure your complete date. When your seat is available, email notification will come in your Tri-County email account of your acceptance to transition nursing. It will contain a deposit letter, a date for your mandatory orientation, and other important attachments for your information. You should look for it in your Tri-County inbox during the months of June for fall entry and October for spring entry. Please note, there's no guarantee that transition nursing students will be accepted each January and August. We are held to budget constraints and must follow guidelines. So far, this hasn't been a problem. One additional note, the program fee for transition is $235. For an explanation of this fee, please see the Getting Started and Next Steps video. You will take Nursing 162 along with Nursing 145, 146, Transition Nursing. After participating in this presentation, we hope you understand the process for and importance of submitting your NOC as soon as possible. You're welcome to view this presentation as often as you wish to review the information. When you submit the email presentation evaluation form, you have verified your participation in this presentation. This satisfies one requirement on your notice of completion form. You will find the verification form in the list of handouts to the right of this screen. Thank you.